Black American Freeman history we should know. I bet you didn't know this. Did you know that there was a black...
I mean no disrespect. And immediately I ask, how many videos should I start with? I mean no disrespect. But I think in 2024, all of us are aware that they destroyed our legacy. They're actively trying to destroy us. Our history, they are actively wiping us off of the face of the earth. Now I know there's the physical wiping off the earth. But guess what? If every 1,000 years your DNA is wiped out and new DNA takes place in the process of splicing and splicing and splicing through your DNA because of the intermingling, no problem with it. Just speaking my version of genetics to help you guys realize that, yes, they may not be able to get rid of black people, but they can get rid of black people. And you know how we know about these black communities that they're destroying? There was someone there to tell the story. Now I get it. Y'all have the, what's going on in black culture 2024 map. I get it. All our favorite celebrities have autobiographies. But what about you? What about the millions of black people that are going to be lost and their legacy dies with them because you're not talking about yourself, you're not learning yourself, you're not writing anything down? Now, I mean no disrespect. While y'all so damn focused about what happened to them, you are not paying attention to what's happening to you. This white lady popped up on my timeline talking about defending because someone hopped on her post and said, something about reparations because those who are seeking reparations were never in slavery or even know someone who was in slavery. True or not, that's what the comment said. I don't know who you know. You don't know who I know. And there are some people, I seen the documentary, who were slaves up until like 2019 or something like that. I don't know, it was in the 2000s when these motherfuckers figured out that slavery was over. Like, that game is crazy. But what I'm saying is, you don't know who nobody knows, so mind your fucking business. And I'm watching this lady talk about the Civil Rights Act and the Jim Crow and the yada yada and the ending of slavery. And I'm sitting here thinking, who gonna tell this bitch we still slaves? Who's gonna tell you that we are still slaves? Don't believe me. How many of y'all are so mind controlled that you care about somebody else's life more than you care about your own? Don't believe me? Do you journal? Do you make videos where you're sharing your thoughts? Yeah, it's a trend and it's annoying, but guess what? We all should be doing some sort of diary. Just because you're not having an Anne Frank experience doesn't mean that your experience isn't worth documenting. So I just feel all the energy that you are putting towards being upset about what happened to your ancestors, put some of that energy into being upset about what's happening to you. Your entire history is being erased, and you're erasing it because you're not even documenting it. And just real quick, shout out to those of you who are courageous enough to step out and document your life and be seen. Those of you who do it publicly. Some of you are doing it for clicks and likes and hoping this is your attraction point. Everybody wants to be seen, I get it. But those of you who has something in you has always just wanted to share whatever it is that you want to share. You want a platform, whether you want to talk about snails, whether you want to talk about healing, whatever it is. It's all y'all motherfuckers who want to talk about snails who out here talking about healing, you're missing your mark. Talk about what you want to talk about, but if you want to build an audience and understand that we do it to ourselves, this is how we erase our own history. I'm still out here because God told me to talk about healing. I am not still out here because you guys show up for me, and that's no disrespect to those who do show up for me. This is me pointing out the fact that because I am doing exactly what I came to this earth to do, I will do it whether there's somebody watching or not. But if it is important for us to document our legacy, one, it is important for us to document our authenticity, but also document our inauthenticity because now we are documenting our journey. Whether we know we are or not, the known will know and watch that and be like, oh, okay, especially your ancestors, those people who come after you, they're ancestors as well. Your legacy, you are someone's ancestor. What I'm saying is they can study you because their capacity, because I think we are as dumb as we're going to get. I don't think we're going to get any dumber. So it's only up from here or it's death. It's literally brain death. We're already brain dead. We don't use our brain. We memorize everything by 8. And then we just replicate it and add on to it. But we ain't learned nothing until you force yourself to learn something. But anyway, we can't get no lower. So document your journey out of the pits of hell. Document your journey out of slavery. Only we can free our minds. Or however Bob Marley said it. But we stop our own building of legacy because we won't take the time to engage with the people who put themselves out here. Mask or real. There's people who put themselves out here because they're trying to be seen. And we won't give them the grace to simply say, I see you, by liking their video, by following their content because you like it, not because I don't need any I followed because of something, but I don't like your content, which means I have a follow, but I don't have a content consumer. I don't need follows, I need content consumers. Follows impress initially, but what does the consumption of the content look like? Oh. So I need people who actually enjoy my content because the majority of my content is consumed by non-followers. So if you do consume my content, if you come back, follow. That helps me. That in turn helps the world because as I grow, the world grows. Why keep me to yourself? If you have figured out who and what I am, why would you keep me to yourself? But that is everything in the world. To make my point, that is everything in the world. Everybody's out here trying to find their attraction point. Most of us are followers, so we're going to do what is trend. But even in that, it needs to become trend to support each other. Just like the dang video if you liked it. If you liked it, like the video. If it made you think, leave a comment. This is what this made me think, and now you started a conversation, and maybe you'll pick up a friend online because, hey, instead of keeping your thought in your head, you shared it with the person that caused you to have the thought with, and now they could attract into that or attach into that, be like, yo, me too. And now you've made a connection. Y'all say you guys are lonely, but you don't know how to make friends. But you don't know how much it does to a content creator who's out here trying to be seen for someone to acknowledge that they see them. And now we solve both our problems. But we're so selfish and fooled and tricked into shrinking ourselves into nothing. And we think slavery is over. The physical chains are gone, but the mind been trapped. Willie Lynch. So, yeah. They still erasing y'all's history. And there's gonna be a generation above us that's like, yo, at least them motherfuckers had a history to erase. Let me tell you about this generation that didn't even document their lives. Like, we have literally at least a century of Black anybody else, Black American history that is undocumented because y'all think these videos are gonna be around forever. And people were tricked into thinking writing in school. That's why you hate writing, because how you learned how to write. I love to write. And I make writers. I'm gonna do a writer's workshop. But they tricked y'all. And y'all don't even know it.